Hello guys, I'm back. If you don't remember, I'm taking the summer off actually. Basically, I died in the nether 2 times, lost a bunch of stuff. So annoying. Give me that back. So annoying. It's life, but boom, 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 boom. Thank God I didn't have my mace with me. To get some wood and cobblestone, all those things. And food. Oh my God, food. Yes. You know what I noticed? Unstable SMP. If anyone will be watching that. The whole Wi-Fi's parrot, or Wi-Fi's Wi-Fi's parrot, spyglass thing is if you ever played the original Call of Duty like Modern Warfare trilogy, like the M1911 from that. If you don't know, basically it's Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Basically, these two characters, Captain, what's it, John? I can't remember his last name. If they even tell us it, John Price, Captain Price, and his and basically throughout the games, all of his squad basically gets eliminated. Like in the first one, what's it, Sergeant Griggs or whatever gets killed, which even though he wasn't part of the squad, he was still like a secondary main character. And then uh, Gaz gets killed. And this is the old ones, not the new ones. And then in MW2, Ghost and Roach, the goats, disintegrated. And so in MW3, mind you, this M1911 is important. In the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Price sided to Soap to kill the that's his name, Soap McTavish, to kill the what kind of what I can't remember what he said. He's like, what in the hell kind of name is Soap? He passed it to him to kill the main villain, Zakiev, and I don't know if it shows up in the second game. No, it does because between the second and first game there's like a couple year period, and during that Price got captured by the Russians and imprisoned. Gulag. So there was this new guy, Makarov, and long story short, he was a follower of Zakiev who wanted to like continue his legacy. So he like started doing things. He's no Russian. Basically started doing terrorist attacks, and he's the reason that a nuke went off in MW1, killing basically ending the American side of that campaign. And led to the second villain, General Shepard, going crazy because he lost almost all of his men, thinking that honor is more important than men's lives now. And so, um, when they break him out, because he heard that there's a prisoner who has information on him, that ends up being Captain Price. Obviously, he kind of does. And so he gives him the N1911 back. And then, in MW3, it's just him and this new guy, Yuri, was Makarov's, like, I guess, like, old best friend or whatever. He was there for all the important parts in the background, tried to stop everything, no for no Russian, where they shot up in the airport. Got himself shot, so he joined Task Force 141. So it's him, technically Macmillan or Macmillan, but he's not on the booth on the ground anymore. He's the like radio operator. He appears in some scenes. So it's mainly just Yuri, just kind of Soap, and Price. And at the end, and like almost about halfway, if not a little more, like 5 missions before the end, Soap dies. He gets hit by an explosive because Makarov recognized and knew that Yuri was going to come and shoot him, so he tried to assassinate him. So he planted a trap, getting Yuri injured and killing Soap. So obviously Price puts the pistol on his chest and takes his like dog tags. But then there's also the fact that can I touch about how tragic his life is? Like Price also lost the other American Delta Force, which he'd worked with before. Other than Delta Frost, somehow he was on a different helicopter and he survived. But uh, what was his name? I couldn't remember his name, but it was one of the Delta Force members he was friends with, kind of got killed. And then at the ending, it's they kill Makarov, him and Yuri. Yuri gets impaled by a metal beam, and then Price jumps on a helicopter, brings Macri down. Macri. Have I seen Macri the whole time? It's Makarov. I am such a piece of. Have I seen Macri the whole time? Have I? I meant to say Makarov. If I haven't. Makarov. Anyway. And so Makarov shoots Price. He's about to shoot him in the head with a deagle. And then Yuri, with being impaled from the chest, comes out, shoots Makarov in the shoulder, and then he himself gets shot 2 times and then shot runs in the head. And so Price goes gamer mode and chokes him out. I should low-key play them on like maybe not streaming, but actually maybe. And I just think that that's one of the best stories. Like Ghost, I'm just talking about a completely different game. Call of Duty Ghost, don't get me wrong, great game. Lots of good story elements in both of them. Who mined that wall? Are you kidding me? Grant probably did. So I mean, yeah. Surprised he didn't have a villain arc. He just lost everyone. Well, he didn't lose Captain Macmillan, and he didn't lose Nikolai. Nikolai is the underdog, okay? When Soap is dying, Nikolai's like a Russian intelligence agent that they broke out in the first game. When Soap gets shot, he asks for Nikolai to help to get them out. Because Nikolai had gotten them out before in MW2 when they went to go kill Captain Shepard, General Shepard. Obviously, this time it didn't go very well for him, but I think it's just sad. It's probably one of the saddest games ever. Call of Duty is great, but it's sad. Black Ops is also pretty. Like most of the Call of Duty games are sad. They have not very good endings. Well, they have good endings, but sad endings. So Call of Duty World at War. American campaign, nothing bad happened. Well, actually, no. You either lose. What's it like? Private Kralov or whatever. I can't remember his name for the life of me. Or Sergeant Sullivan. Wow, Sergeant Sullivan. You lose the beginning of the game, and then I can't remember who. It's Sergeant like Robert or I don't even remember their names, but that's not that bad. In the Russian campaign, there's more pride in the whole thing. You lose the third main character of that campaign, Chernov, who got bullied the entire time. Richard Reznov, your commander, you're kind of like sergeant. He is a sergeant. He he apologizes, but he ends up dead anyway. He get hit by a flamethrower because Kurnov gave him the flag to carry and he had nothing to defend himself with. Black Ops, Black Ops. I mean, it's revenge, but you lose Victor. We don't. When you say this, as much as I know the evidence is there that he died, I pray that Victor Reznov is still alive. My name is Victor Reznov. I will have my revenge. Okay, so imagine you know this person, Alex Mason. You tried to, and you know this other dude, Victor Reznov, and you knew that Victor Reznov was dead, but knew that Mason was programmed or whatever with him in mind, and you just start hearing the Mason dude speaking as if he was Victor Reznov. I would be scared. I mean, yeah, and he ends up in the job. Oh, I just went on a 10-minute rant about Call of Duty. I'm playing Minecraft. What is it? What's up with me, dudes? Um, Call of Duty speaks in Fortnite. I love Fortnite. I used to love Fortnite. That's why I have 1,500 hours on it. Because one summer I just played every minute, mainly Lego Fortnite with my buddies, kind of like this. But I invented a submarine, and you might think, oh, you just went down. Buddy, I can die. Well, I can't control the depth. I mean, I could span the engines, but I go down to the C4. I can move around. Though it is a little finicky. I still haven't perfected the design, but it works pretty well. There's no weapons on it, but it's pretty good. Not yet. I mean, kinds of giant ships. It was just a great time. And Loki just got stale because wars ended. That's the issue with every single server of anything. You want peace, but you don't want too much war either. You don't want your bases getting absolutely nukified, everything, but you want conflict. I hope that they don't blow up my base or steal from it, but it's just war. I'm going to kill. That's Grant. Hey, Cole. No, because I'm recording a video and I'm playing on the War SMP. Bye. That's somebody Cole asking if I want to play on his creative SMP. Obviously not. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. When I get more armor, I think I'm gonna go back in the trial chamber with an ominous bottle and try and finish up that. I have a bunch of blocks. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 36. I'm gonna put some of this back too. Okay. And but keep some of that inventory. I used to be much more rich in iron. Obviously, that changed. When the Proclamation attack. No, it changed when yeah, I need a shield. Died in lava. Now with new iron. I do need to go mining, however. So after I go in the trial chamber, hold up, I need cobblestone. Well, I don't need any, but I do kind of want some coal. Oh yeah, I need coal too. I don't even need to find this. I just wanted to not. Let's go mine up a little bit of netherrack. I love the look of copper. Not armor. The armor looks kind of familiar. The sword, the tools, it's giving bronze, Roman, Greek vibes. Going for 16 minutes? In those entirety of those 16 minutes, I've talked about nothing but mine. Call of Duty. Dear Lord. It's a good game. Gods. Back up, buddy. That's what I thought. 5 feet away. Oh, my game is stormed here, obviously, or like rained a lot for like 5 minutes, 10 minutes, like 30 minutes actually. My game's been bit. But like, yo, I just don't want to. What? Oh, yeah, it's out in the open. It's been a while since it took me here. Usually it takes me back to my base. Usually. There's nothing I need while I'm here. I have a question. So on a stable SMP, obviously there's hundreds of thousands, millions, whatever people playing, even if it's scripted. First of all, that's fun and all. 2B2 can hardly handle like 10,000 players. Okay, like I understand the whole situation, like with the ores and stuff. There should not be that many trees. There should be like a few select trees. It should be like airbenders in Avatar, but extremely rare. At least because they all goofed. Also, look at these swords. Oh, dopamine rush or whatever it's called. Man, it's just so animating your Minecraft ideas. I have a suggestion. First, repairing anvils with iron. Hey, I think that's already been a thing. Rather suggested. That's actually bad. Okay, I swear my game lagged and or glitched and that appeared because before. I mean, like obviously I know I've acknowledged it before, but like I'm just saying that like Even though I know this is the second time I've mentioned, but I just don't think that always was there. I may just be blind. This is going to bug me. So I only need like 2 or 3 trial keys, low key. Well, obviously prop 4 armor would be nice. Then some levels. But gone. Reduced to atoms. Who's Adam? Bucket. I'm going to need one of them. It's an enchanted golden apple. Whatever is like a regen potion. There. Just in case things get out of hand. Is anyone on? Just got doxxed. I hope I don't get doxxed. How is my 17th episode just gotten like 10 views? I know it doesn't sound like a lot. That's like 10,000 to me though. Like all my other ones have like a high of like 5 or 6 and 3. That's like most of them. But nope, not that one. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Thingy trample. Back when you used to not be able to bob up and down, and well, no, back when you had to. This is how you would cross oceans and lakes. Xbox 16 Minecraft. I played like the first version before I got the Wi-Fi adapter. There was a village on the other side, and even if villagers were useless, they were still like cool and stuff. And it was like half my world was over there. Boats broke. Okay, they were not the funnest to deal with, and just it was so annoying. Okay. Well, for sure. Sure, I'm not gonna drink it and instantly I get in there because having to deal with strays, it's just annoying. Yeah. You should, okay, so animating your Minecraft. Okay, so being able to put like anything in a crossbow, spears